kind of gather around. This young man here is from CoinTelevision. We're just going to have a brief, very brief, opening ceremony, okay? And get you right in.
All right. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Greater Houston Coin Club, we would like to welcome you to our 65th annual coin show. We have over 120 dealers from all parts of the United States to help you with your numismatic needs. Today we are open up from 10 to 6, tomorrow, 9 to 6, tomorrow from 9 to 5. With that said, the Greater Houston Coin Club would like to welcome you. The show is open. Have a great numismatic time.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. We appreciate it.
Here we are again at another coin convention. This is in Conroe. It's January 20th, 2022. Like I say, there's about 100 dealers in the room. And they're all geared for trading coins. Hi everybody, I'm David Lisot once again for CoinTelevision here, seeking what's going on in the numismatic market. I wear my shield when I interview the people, but there's still a bit of concern for COVID for some of us, especially the mature ones. I'm going to talk to Jack Domurat, promoter of the show and major Greater Houston Coin Club member, to find out what's involved in putting on this convention.
It was a year-long endeavor. Actually, we've started on next year's show already. A few small things that have to be done early. But it was a lot of work by probably a committee of, maybe 8 to 12 people. And the work was all worth it. In the long run, it's a lot of fun. The weekend, once it's here, very tiring. A lot of little details, a lot of things to look into, make everybody happy. We try to make the dealers as comfortable as possible, and also we welcome the public and hope they enjoy this educational event that we put on every year.
It seems that you've gotten a lot of dealers from East and West Coast. Are you trying to make the Houston show a part of the national circuit now?
The show, prior to moving to Conroe, when we used to be a bigger show, certainly had more of a national flavor. We still maintain that, although we're not trying to make it strictly a national show. The show has a wonderful reputation as just being a good, solid show. We provide educational activities, we provide the dealers, we try to do everything we can to make everybody happy. And as a result, word of mouth carries from dealer to dealer to dealer, and you sort of get this. No, I am not intentionally looking for East Coast to West Coast, but it happens. It develops over time.
And tell me about the Greater Houston Coin Club. Why would someone want to be a member?
If you enjoy educational endeavors, some lighthearted, some very heady, you would like our club. Our club's main goal is education through numismatics, which means that we don't just collect coins, we also seek to know what those coins mean, where they've been, what part they've had in world history, world politics, things of that nature. Plus the folks that are in our club, we have over 100 members, not all who attend all the time, but we have over 100 members with so many different interests. It's like going to a museum when you go to a meeting.
Walking down the aisle at the Greater Houston Coin Club show, the Houston Money Show, dealers putting on their wares out to sell, all kinds of people. You can see it's all kinds of really cool displays too. There's somebody that's got a really nice display of some good Morgans. Looks like some toners. We've got a couple of pieces on tone Morgan dollars. Hey, that's Ronnie.
Good morning.
Hey, what's it like at the show so far?
Well, it's a little early for us here, but I think it's going to be very active. It was very active yesterday, very active. So,
And is this the first show of the year for you?
no, I did the fun show.
All right, and how was that show?
It was amazing.
What kind of things are people trading?
Well, people come to me for color. So, I've got some magnificently toned coins this year, and look to sell them. This is an 1878 cc Morgan dollar with gorgeous color. And you just don't see the pretty pinks and greens on CC, Carson City, Morgans all that often. And it does have a CAC sticker, and it's just a beautiful coin.
What kind of value on that one?
Around $8,000.
What are these?
19040 Morgans in Mint State 63. And these are tape toners. A piece of tape has been placed on the coin at some point. So we have the obverse and the reverse similarly toned. So we can assume these were both in the same grouping and kept together. There's some pretty purples and turquoise blues on these coins. Just a different pattern. I have this 1995 Eagle in Mint State 68 with magnificent turquoise, fiery red, beautiful toning pattern. And then you turn it to the reverse and you have a pretty rainbow. And I think the silver really sets it off, the color off.
An eagle's worth about $40. What's something like that worth?
$1,600.
And why does a person collect tone coins?
I think if you collect tone coins, you have a love of art and character of a coin. It has its own look to it. You can't find another like it, but I love art, so.
Trying to get all this organized.
Well, that's Greg Allen. He's a wheeler dealer and just a second major person in the marketplace, always buying and selling. Look at all those coins being sold. Here's a great batch of modern commemoratives. These are the things that the Mint is selling. And here's a dealer that obviously specializes in it. Oh, wait a minute, he's right here. Hey there, what's your name?
Larry Hoefer.
Yes, sir. And what are you doing at the Houston Coin Club show?
I come here as often as I can. They have it once a year. I started, I think, 4 years ago. It's always been very good for me. I appreciate it. Beautiful venue, so you can't beat it.
And what's the market like for these modern commems?
The modern commems are starting to take hold a lot, and people are starting to buy them not by collecting the entire set, but something that interests them. This is actually the American bison, and the reverse, the obverse of it is exactly the same, but the reverse on it shows the bison. So that's the actual reverse and obverse of the particular coin.
It's the same design as the Buffalo nickel.
Exactly, except for there's no buffalo in North America. They're all bison.
And what kind of value on that one?
This particular one here retails for $275. The other one that really I like a lot is this one right here. This is the Veterans Commemorative Coin. This commemorates all veterans. And this is called the Veterans Commemorative. This particular one here is your World War II. The V does not stand for 5. The V is our victory in World War II. So this particular one here, commemorating World War II and our victory in World War II.
Value on that one?
Value on this one is only $65 for the pair.
How much silver is there in it?
This one here is 90% silver. It's 0.7743 as according to law of a silver dollar. This one here is a copper clad. That's the half dollar is copper clad. But all silver dollars in the United States contain 0.7743. That goes all the way back to the Morgan dollar.
Oh my gosh, there's even one with a baseball player.
If you're collecting baseball themed items, this is the one for you. It's commemorating Brick Robinson, first black American baseball player, and he had all kinds of medals, and that particular one there sells for $66. So you're not spending $100, $200 per coin on it. And again, this is a proof silver dollar.
And if somebody wanted to learn more about coin collecting, how should they go about it?
Buy the book. The first rule of thumb. First thing I've told people, I opened up my first store in 1976, and from that very day on, I said, buy the book first. You've got to learn the book. Without the learning, it's nothing more than a piece of metal sitting on a shelf. You buy the book, you learn about that coin, you got a piece of history sitting on the shelf. And you can go all the way back to the bison, the nickel, the Indian head nickel, not the buffalo nickel, the Indian head nickel, or you can go back to the Mercury dime, and who ever heard of Mercury having wings on his head? Mercury had wings on his feet. It is not the Mercury dime, it's the winged Liberty dime, and it was made to commemorate freedom of thought. That's the reason for the wings on the head. Buy the book, it's in the book.
Good reason to come to the show is that they have the grading service here. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
There you go. You can get your show specials.
Tell me when I can put it back down.
Put it back down. All right. Hey, next. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Love the new
Thank you.
sign, by the way.
Oh, I've got the sign. Haha. More dealers, more folks. And there's Chris Harrell from the Oklahoma Numismatic Association. Here, Chris, you got time to talk to me?
How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fine.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna set this microphone here. And you just tell me, how do you like this Houston show?
The Houston show, this is my third year coming down here. It's a great start to the year. We jump start here. I don't usually make it down to Long Beach, so this is my first show of the year, and I enjoy it. We get dealers from all over the country. I think we have 10 or 12, 15 states represented here, so you can find anything you want here.
People said the Fun Convention, which was just a couple of weeks ago, was one of the best shows they'd ever seen. How is the market like here?
The market is good. Market is strong. Coins are selling for high prices. That's good and bad for all of us, but demand is strong. People are walking around and they're not looking, they're actually buying. So that's always a good sign when people are buying. So the market it's a buyer's market right now.
And where is the smart money going? Where would you suggest people focus on spending their dollars?
Precious metals, gold and silver. Got an 1821 proof large cent. United States Mint claims there were 15 minted. It appears that actually 22 have been found. Regardless of whether that number is 15 or 22, still a very rare coin to have. I understand this one's genuine. I wish that it got a straight grade, but just to have one is a remarkable coin.
What kind of value?
Todd, what is the value of this coin right now?
If it wasn't tooled, it would be $35,000. Now with the tool, it's still uncirculated. It's roughly between $11,000 and $12,000 value. So the point is, when people tool coins and clean them, it depreciates the value tremendously.
Well, here's one of the longtime dealers at the Greater Houston Coin Club.
All right, did you...
Tell us about, tell us about this show and why you come to the Greater Houston Coin Club.
Biggest show I do. I'm from North Louisiana. But I always have a great show here.
Yeah.
For the last
That's
6
all
years,
I've
it's
got
always
left.
been a great show.
See, I had so many of them.
Get the
I
same
had all
table,
that other
pay in
stuff
advance,
too.
just love it.
I had so many.
Is it this
of
part of the
these
country or just coins overall pretty good right
Some of
now?
those are on.
Coins overall are
and
good
some
right
of
now
them
because of the silver stuff.
circulated stuff.
Silver height, where silver's
That
at.
one right there.
There overall is good, yeah.
How many shows
I'll
do
tell
you
that
do a
for,
year?
$3.
This is my third one in a row, 3 weekends in a row. Probably
Well, I mean, you see what it is.
15, 20, between 15 and 20 shows.
So it's the circuit, they call it.
Oh, yeah. As long as it's within 4 or 5 hours of the house, I come. I'm from Ruston, Louisiana, so a little bit of ways.
What's it like being a professional coin dealer?
I love it. I'm a collector at heart. And they say you can't be a dealer and a collector, that's bull.
Okay, we were at what, 11?
That's what I am. Yeah.
How would you suggest other people get involved in coin collecting?
1060.
Well, if you don't like it, you're not going to want to do it. You gotta have something you like.
All right,
You
that's
like
$3.
food with old coins. You know what I'm saying?
1060.
I started when I was 16 years old, and I'm 75 today. So it's been a while. But if you don't, you got to have I call it collector mentality. If you're not a collector of something, it's not something for you. But otherwise, yeah, it is a good, really good hobby. Where else can you
That's pretty good
probably
profit.
make money on the stuff you buy?
On the 50 cent.
You're fishing and hunting and all that stuff, you're spending more than you make it. You know what I'm saying? It's bad money. Yeah.
So what's going on at the Greater Houston show?
Got 2022 Eagles out.
Yeah.
Complete set.
How is the popularity of those going?
We just got it going, so don't know yet. Already sold Silver Eagles, but haven't sold any gold yet. We got first year and current year.
What is the interest like in the public just for precious metals in general?
Very high right now. In all aspects, papers, precious metals, and physical precious metals.
Why is that?
Russia, our president, our vice president. Too much money being printed. Inflation, 7% last month.
And how about people collecting silver eagles? Do they do it by year? Is it pretty popular?
Filling books up is very popular. They want 86 through the current date. And we carry all years, so consequently we typically have lots of guys come by and lots of ladies want to fill their books. And some people collect rolls of them. I've got one customer that's got 5 rolls of each, so I expect to see him today or tomorrow, and he'll get 5 more rolls of 2022s.
How much are the 2022s running now?
About $33, $34 a piece, and $660 to $680 for a roll. With silver going up is the way it's been going up in the last week or two. It's up every single day.
All right, well, best of luck.
All right, good to see you, David.
You too. Here's the table with for information. It's all the volunteers for the Greater Houston Coin Club.
Give you my card.
Well, here's Carl Schwenker.
Hello
He
there.
used to
Oh,
promote
geez.
the show.
Hello there.
Hey, Carl, how are you?
Good. I'm good. And we're selling booze. We're selling booze like mad. Yep. Do you realize
If it's feasible.
Yeah.
if we could build an extension on this place, we could double the size of this because we could fill it. We've got enough dealers.
I bet.
And that's really impressive.
All right, and what are
you
you
know why
doing?
they come back? Keep coming back? Because they make money, they have friends, they enjoy it, they treat it right. What else? What else could I say?
And what are you doing these days?
What am I? I'm totally retired, and what I'm doing is I'm now is if I can find our list for president, I am handing out applications for next year.
All right, well, good to see you, Carl.
Nice to see you.
Appreciate
too.
all those days we worked together in the old days.
Oh, come on, David.
All right.
Thank you.
And here's one of the volunteers. What's it like being a volunteer for the Greater Houston Coin Club?
Being a volunteer is a great thing to do. We work hard at this, and the shows are when we really enjoy all the work we put into it.
Do you wish they had a couple more a year?
One is a lot of work. I enjoy going to other shows. It'd be tough to put on very many of these. It takes most of the year to get this all put together and organized.
Well, we sure appreciate all the work you do.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy it. We've been having a great time.
Here is Pierre Fricke. He's a specialist in Confederate. Written books, great promoter of the hobby, general good dude, member of the Society of Paper Money Collectors. Maybe we can get him to talk about Confederate.
It won't hurt the value if you sign it? No.
Well, we got a great start here. Yesterday we were setting up. We had some business with some dealers, and today we've got off to a pretty good running start, selling some coins, Civil War gold, obsolete banknotes and Texas notes, and we've got a great start. We can't complain at all. It's a lot of fun.
We got a customer here.
We do?
You grab the.
You bought a large set.
Grab the microphone and go over and do your deal.
All right, let's. I'm going to write this up, but thank you, sir. So I know I sold it. But it's just a quick large cent sale. So somebody bought a large cent for $20, and that's a good deal for him and us, and we love seeing people buy those because those are good ways to get started collecting large cents.
Well, you work a lot to help promote the hobby and people collecting. What's involved in getting somebody to collect coins and banknotes?
Well, the most important thing is education and understand the history. I deal in stuff that's from the Revolutionary period through to the Civil War period. So there's a lot of history associated with these notes and with these coins. So you want people are interested in history usually, or they've got family inheritances or family, like they're from a certain town on an obsolete banknote, or they just love the old large cent because it's different than the small cents. And so usually it's getting them interested in, hey, here's something different to own that's affordable. And they buy it, they show it to their kids, they give it to their kids, or they do it for themselves, and next thing you know, they're collecting large cents or obsolete banknotes or Confederate money because their great-great-granddad was wounded at Gettysburg or something.
And all these things are not expensive. What's the least expensive Confederate note you have?
I've got them for sale for under $20. They also can be quite expensive too. So this is an example of a $20 Confederate note. And it's actually a $10 face value Confederate note worth about $20 today. It's the most common Confederate note. They made 10 million of them. We estimate 2 million survive today. It's got the famous horses pulling artillery scene on the face. It's got RMT Hunter, who was the Secretary of State. And it's got 10 on the side, and the back, these are the famous bluebacks that were issued in 1864. This is an 1864 Confederate note that's pretty popular. When everybody thinks of Confederate notes, this is one that comes to mind at first. So this is something you can get for $20, and about this condition. This is an example of something that's about that price. So here's some large cents. These are $15 a piece. So this is 1819. So this is an earlier date that you'd find in here. I mean, they go back to 1793, but they're not $15 that far back. But for $15, you can get an 1819 in lower grade. The back has 1 cent, and United States around the wreath. So that's an example of an older one. An example of a newer one that's a little bit better grade. Here's one in 1850. 1850 is right here, the date. This is Liberty again, represented with the braided hair as opposed to the coronet hair. And 1 cent. This is worn around the rim. You can see most of the United States you can read. So we would call this a good plus on the front. We'd call this about a good overall. It's better on the front, a little bit more worn on the back. So that's what you get for $15 in large cents.
Well, I'll tell you, I go to a lot of these conventions, and just taking the time to look at this coins like this, $20. Here's an 1831. Really decent shape too. Here's one, $25. And it's all about condition. It's just slightly better condition. So just like a car, the more miles you have on it, the lower value it is. In coins, it's how much wear is on it. So he's got them at $15, $20 and $25. And aha, if you want some serious things, look in the showcase. That's where the good ones are. Pretty crowded here at the Houston show. Aisles are filled. It's only Friday. They did have a dealer set up last night from 2 to 6. Early birds came in. And here they are, all kinds of people buying and selling. Cool boxes of stuff.
I'm Rick Ewing. I'm president of the TNA. We're here to conduct the drawing for the scholarships for the ANA Summer Seminar and some library enhancement scholarships for our members. Members submitted their name for an application, and now we're going to randomly draw for them. And Steve Ellsworth, former president of the ANA, is going to conduct the drawing, and it's on here so that you can see it. Thank you.
There you go.
All right.
There's the winning ticket.
Let's see.
How'd we do?
What's the number? Real quick.
674-938 and 674-938 is Gary Foreman of Orange, Texas.
All right, Gary.
Got it.
All
Ready for the next one?
Come on, Colonel.
This is the A&A.
Get
Next,
ready.
Next one.
the seminar print.
I got to just get one out of there. There you
Just
go.
one.
Just
Thank
one.
you. That's 674-920. 674-920 is DL with Debbie Williams.
Oh, my God.
Debbie
I'll
Williams.
be darned again.
Again.
All right.
Debbie Williams.
All we have to do is
All
be
right.
president, and you get the win, too.
In conclusion,
Everybody
we've
here?
given away 2 summer seminars, all expenses paid, travel to and from, and the summer seminars up at Colorado Springs, and then 5 book scholarships for anybody who wants to. They can buy their books, submit a receipt, and we'll pay them back.
Sorry.
How do we join the TNA?
TNA, you can go to our website, fill out a membership, and submit it. We're taking memberships right now. Membership is $25 for an individual, $25 for a club. Either one takes place. If you want to have your spouse join you, it's only $10 for your spouse to join with you. Thank you.
Well, the aisles are crowded as can be. And this is Conroe, Texas, and this is a show with just 100 or so dealers. But oh my gosh, look at these, look at this. The public is literally not in a frenzy, but they are buying. Here's young people, here's all kinds of things. I'm gonna have to go around more and see what the people are looking for. Everybody's got a list. Young people like the junk boxes. Ah, sure to find a treasure. Here we are in the kids' room at the Greater Houston Coin Club, the Houston Money Show. This is where all kinds of kids have the opportunity to look at coins, find out about them, do in-depth study. It's really a great program. We have to realize that if we don't create a new generation of collectors, who are we going to sell our coins to? This is good, some good adults, and it shows kids all ages from 6 and 8 and 10 to teenagers. And you can see here some of the faithful volunteers for the Greater Houston Coin Club. Well, what do we have here, ladies? What are we doing here?
This is the coin grab where kids 6 to 16 can come in and grab a bunch of coins like this.
Oh my goodness.
And then I put it in the bags for them.
Yeah.
And in the bag, there's a handout that says if they get A's in school, we'll send them a coin. Okay? And the penny slot is, they go to the table, they get 30 minutes, and they match the penny dates up with the dates in the book. And whatever they find in 30 minutes, they get to take the books and the pennies with them.
And how many kids do you think participate in each show?
Oh, at least 50 or 60.
Oh. And how may other parents or teachers find out more about this?
You want to tape him while he does it? All right, this is what you do. Put your hand in, grab it like this, and then I'll put it in the bag for you.
Wow, how
And if
cool.
you sign up for this and you get an A in your report card, they'll send you a coin. Okay? Are you guys doing the penny slots? Or?
No, we're doing like the chest.
Okay, here you go. Those are yours. You can keep them. You're welcome. You know what to do.
Again, great program for young people, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. Going to take a whole new generation of coin collectors. And who can't appreciate money? Collectors like to touch things. It's really nice when you can see the coins, the dealers that have the displays, especially when they wear hats. Hey, here's somebody looking at some coins, and he looks like a collector. And what's your name?
Hi, my name's Fernando. I'm with the Alamo Coin Club in San Antonio. I'm also a founder of the Mexican Coin Club in San Antonio as well, and I'm here in the Conroe area for the Greater Houston Coin Show. And I brought my list. It's important, even though you got some advanced people with the little phones on their sides, I still like my paper list. But today, so far, I found one interesting coin. But what I found was an 1871 Mexico. This is from the state of Chihuahua with the Nasser of M. But what this is a Mexican 10 centavo Republic period. Tough little series overall. This is a tough coin. Again, 1871 with about 7,400 mintage to start off with. And you got to consider all those that's been lost through time. So just imagine, at least half of them are gone. Half of that, of what's left over, might be in collectors' hands. So who knows what's out there still. But today, I found my bargain. I found my little gem.
So how many people do you think collect Mexican 10 centavos?
There is a small number of people that collect the Mexican 10 centavos. And in fact, in the San Antonio area, we've got a little group of us all fighting for the same thing. We came in as a group today. One of us started from one side, and the other one took the other end of the hall, and we're meeting in the middle and seeing what we all found. So I got something to brag, and that is my little Mexican 10 centavo from Chihuahua.
How does one find out more about your coin club?
We have, of course, coinshows.com. It tells you about our shows that we have throughout the year. We also have Alamo Coin Club at yahoo.com. Also, Coin Collectors on Facebook. That I'm more live because I got my phone with me, so I can always hear a little ding and hey, I can communicate with you. Again, San Antonio Coin Collectors on Facebook. And again, this is all in the San Antonio area, but primarily we do have a lot of people who are interested in this field all over the nation and especially across the border south of us. We're all fighting for the same little thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me get your attention, please. My name is Dr. Ralph Ross, and I'm the American Numismatic Association president. and I'd like to make a special presentation to someone who's been dear for me for over 40 years. I'd like to present to you this year's Greater Houston Money Show, Melvin Neal. I met Melvin 40 years ago at a Greater Houston Money Show at the Amazing Hotel. I had a difficult time trying to find that hotel. They say it's on Westheimer, but it was set off to the back. But I met Melvin. The first person I met when I entered that show 40 years ago was 1982. It was Melvin Neal, and today I'd like to present Melvin Neal with one of my presidential powers, a presidential award. Melvin? This says, let me read it to you, the American Numismatic Association Presidential Award, Ralph W. Ross, 62nd President, presented to Melvin Neal, 2022. Thank you for your dedicated service to our numismatic family. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Melvin Neal.
Hey, Melvin!
Thank you. Melvin, drop your mask for a minute so we can take a picture of your face. There we go.
All right, a good-looking man.
Any other
Come on, smile.
Melvin, over the years, has been very instrumental with the Great Houston Coin Club. I don't even know if some of you guys know that or not, but when I first came here, I was kind of goofy in the Texas area. I got confused with all the streets. Someone told me to take the feeder street, turn right. And so I looked all over trying to find a feeder street. They didn't tell me that the feeder street was kind of like the sub road or the road that leads into the main highway 59 at that time. And I couldn't find feeder street, but I was able to find the Great Houston Money Show 40 years ago, and Melvin Neal was there to guide me through. Thank you very much, Melvin.
Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. I just can't believe this. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You should believe it.
All right, guys, everything's at the tables are on Melvin. Enjoy yourself.
Wow. Thank you.
Ah, the ladies can see jewelry there. Some people specialize in just Indian jewelry, silver, sterling. Great opportunity to buy your girlfriends or your wives a good piece of jewelry. It's all at a coin show.
Up there and
Robin, the turquoise queen.
Oh my God!
She's even modeling some of it.
Oh my gosh!
I'm bigger and better now.
Look at all that turquoise. Did you buy a collection?
I have been just shopping for many years. Many years. Shopped here today and got a few
Even the
things.
nail polish is turquoise.
Oh, did you want it? Not today? Okay. You want to try it anymore? Feel free. You can try it. I bet something fits you. It's kind of all different sizes.
Indian jewelry, turquoise. It's always popular.
She's got a lot of gold. She's got a lot of gold? She started young getting the gold. Yeah, I just got mainly silver, a little bit of gold.
If you want some silver, here's the place to go. 100 ounces, $25 an ounce, $2,500 or so a bar.
Okay, what spot you use?
Can't beat that. If you want a hard place for your assets, silver is a great way to go. Well, look at all these people here buying and selling. I'll tell you, it is a very, very well-attended show. A lot of collectors are still taking advantage of this market. We're here, it's been the Conroe for the Greater Houston Numismatic Convention called the Houston Money Show. Just look around, the room is filled with people, shows the popularity of coin collecting. The experts recommend that 10 to 20% of your discretionary funds should be in hard assets like gold, silver, rare coins. I'm David Lisot reporting on the market for CoinTelevision. We'll see you at the next convention.